Hello. I was hoping that I would have some time today to come do this. And then I realized that now's the time. So we are doing this. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're listening deeply, slowing down, taking action, whatever the right thing for you is. And I hope that today this message will be supportive for you wherever you're at in your journey. All right, so let's see. Take a look. The artist. I hope that maybe there... This is so perfect for Pisces season, first of all. But this is actually the Fool card in this deck. And I mean, it's really beautiful because the acceptance of like, yes, I can be bad at something. I can be experimental, or maybe even the acceptance of the fact that the thing you're trying to do has never been done before, definitely in the way that you're doing it. The Seven of Spirals. Okay, this is that overwhelm. This is that there's so much going on in the air. If you're being distracted by your phone right now, if you're being distracted by the people around you right now, just attend to that in the ways that need attending to. That's asking for your attention at the moment. It is within your influence. So even if you can't take this away, do what you can to be very cognizant of how this is affecting you and to do something about it. Here we have accountability. So, okay, how can I say this nicely? Y'all, and I'm in this with you. Like, this is no, I'm not the type of reader who's like, yeah, I don't know what you guys are doing, but this is fucked up. No, we're like in this together, right? Don't be so worried about whether other people are removing distractions and doing what they need to do as well. You do you. You do you. You do the part that you can hold, the part that you're here to do, the part that is yours to do, that is within your jurisdiction. It is really easy sometimes to notice what other people are not doing or what other people are avoiding doing. But as you move through that, and you know this because you've been there, like when you move through that and you just take that accountability and move forward with it, this becomes less of a problem. That sort of wondering about other people's business becomes less of a problem. Yeah, you might have those thoughts. They might not be completely gone. I think that's perfectly human, honestly. Just don't let that rule your decision making or your lack of decision making, right? Three of Blades. If you need to talk with somebody to get clarity on a decision right now, and by decision, I mean moving forward with something, taking action on something, allow that to happen. Ask somebody for help. Call in. Help put it out there. Say, hey, PSA, I am really good at this, but I need more support in these specific ways. Is anybody in my network available to support me? Or do you know someone who can help me with this thing? Like, it is really vulnerable to do that, right? But that's definitely what's being asked for. So whether this is a one-on-one conversation with somebody that you already know has the sauce, has the juice that you're looking for, or you don't know who that person is yet and you just need to put out feelers for it, go ahead and do that. This may be a group of people. This may be just one person. Healer of Flowers. Okay. I mean, seriously, I was thinking about Jupiter in Cancer earlier today, you guys. And the first video on this channel currently talks about that. So this transit, Jupiter in Cancer, we are most of the way through it. We're finishing it up, wrapping it up. Um, I was just writing in my little Jupiter in Cancer journal. Where did it go? Here it is. It's all about care and because Cancer. So the archetype of Cancer is heavily misunderstood and even demonized in our culture. Y'all know that our world runs on a lot of invisible labor, and the majority of it is care work, whether that's cooking, cleaning, just emotional heavy lifting. A lot of that isn't compensated or even recognized or appreciated. But let's see, asking for help, being vulnerable, and doing your part, like that love in action is care thing, it's going to be really obvious to people that you're doing things differently. And it's going to really heighten that awareness in other people's lives too. I've got time for one more card. And I will just be reading whatever we get from the booklet here. This is the Embodied Ecosystems Oracle. I don't think I need to say anything else. But yeah, let me know if you feel like it. You don't need to do anything, but if this is resonating with you, if you have another question, a follow-up question of some kind, feel free to post it in the comments. This isn't easy work, y'all. And let me just, Jupiter in Cancer, we're expanding our ideas and practices around care. What does care look like? How can we bring that into, and I almost hate to say this, every interaction that we have, because like, I know I don't. There are so many times where I tap out, and that's not to shame myself for not having the capacity to be perfectly caring in every interaction that I have. That's not what I'm aiming for. But to think about it in that sense of like, there's so much opportunity to bring more care into our world. And when we do that, y'all, more and more people will feel so much more comfortable trying new things, being experimental, thinking of themselves as an artist, as a magician, as a healer. We will see the point in moving these distractions out of the way, taking accountability, asking for help, and being that sort of beacon of someone who's like, yes, you know what? My dreams, my vision, myself, my community, the people around me are worth it. They are worth me being vulnerable. And maybe some people won't understand it, especially if you're asking for help. Some people get really triggered by that, as y'all know. All kinds of things about bootstraps and even calling that a lack of accountability. But a lot of those same people wouldn't even be able to admit that they're in a tough spot and that they could actually use help. Okay. Root of transformation and abundance of transformation. We have a 4 and a 9. I think transformation is fire, yeah. All right, so we are talking about action again here, you guys. Big time. Through whose gaze do you see yourself? What is reflected to you when you truly see yourself? What have you already accomplished that you can give yourself praise for? Gaze at yourself in a mirror, focusing on your face, looking into your own eyes. Practice seeing yourself without judgment or the need to fix or comment. Transformation begins when I look within. I am a reflection of all that exists. The root of transformation is self-embracing. You are your own home. Oh, there's Cancer, home. And the gaze and expectations of others may be checked at the doorway. For many of us, believing and absorbing compliments, receiving praise, and allowing love in feels hard. There are reasons and origins behind this, which you might want to ponder or name if you haven't already, not to dwell in, but to take off the self-blame, shame, or maybe even make some changes. So I touched on this, I think, during the Leo full moon reading, but we have so many ingrained ideas about shame. And if we feel guilt or shame, we are trained to sort of tap out and to look away and pretend, like just sweep that under the rug. But if you stay with it a little bit longer, you stay in that discomfort. It's always trying to tell you something. Sometimes it's a lack of alignment with your actions and your values, or with your values and the people around you, so on and so forth. But there's always really good information there. Beyond our shame lives a space for reclamation, for homecoming. Remember, embracing can be subtle, embracing can be self-initiated, embracing can be requested. This is not a solo journey, but it's about starting at the place your sight stems from. It is a reminder to practice self-acceptance through observation and celebration. Beyond appearance, who do you see in the reflection? Embrace a clear vision of who you are and who you want to be, not what others expect of you or want you to be. Honoring your own desires, needs, and boundaries is part of building your self-trust. Reflect on your radiant worth that shows up not just in what you do, but in who you essentially are at the core of it all. You are not just a site or a place or an energetic portal. You are a whole person, a living, changing being. Let your true identity shine from within and choose how you want to relate to the rest. This is easier said than done with all social conditioning. Yeah, so be gentle and remember that this is a long-term practice. Remember to feel and look within for your sense of purpose and vision. Remember that no one else can paint who you are without your permission. Yeah, snaps for that. And then we have the 9 of Wands. So there's definitely some kind of stepping up that's happening here. And I don't mean up in a linear sense, because this is all cyclical stuff. But you're definitely in a time space where you can definitely release some old identity stuff, release some stuff around shame, and start experimenting with these new ideas and connections that have been coming into your life, guys. Do it now. Don't put it off. Don't give yourself reasons for not doing things. How does the bigger picture relate back to you? What is sustainable for you to do from your vantage point? Oh my God. Yeah, I love it so much. What is important for you to request, trust, or create beyond your time and place? Envision yourself as the perspective of the sun in this illustration. As you look out at the layers of planets, what becomes clearer? Change is constant in the collective, whether we can see it or not. Are you so zoomed out that you're overwhelmed? Remember your center, even as you care for the whole. Inspiration at this level of abundance can be healing, or it can be heavy. If you look from the center, you'll see an alignment that helps you focus on what you can do from your vantage point. Yet, are you orbiting possibilities with a lack of gravity, or only defined by gravity? Are we only considering the influence of the 8 planets, or are we including the 9th, our central vantage point from this very body Earth? Are we in a path of an eclipsed view or retrograde? How are we relating to the other beings and bodies in our collective and community? For this moment, let the technicalities and analytics fall away. Every aspect is more than just a calculation. It is a feeling that can bring clarity if only we remain open and aware. Listen for the intuitive answers from your creative center of envisioned wisdom, your solar signal from your rooted place on Earth, and focus it where it feels right. From here, the other planets shine like stars in the sky, seemingly small and distant, but their size is grand and their impact unavoidable. We are all in gravitational relation to one another. It's no small thing to share a solar system. What are you orbiting around, and what is orbiting around you? Feel into it from a zoomed out perspective. Let it guide you and inspire you. Perhaps this is a call to look at the current transits or surrender to the unknowns of the cosmos. It says conscious creation comes from our chosen vantage point of focus and relation. So when you choose to focus on something and block out these distractions, right? Yes, you will be missing, quote unquote, missing out on other things, but those things are for other people to do. Focus on what is yours to do right now. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. Look, the next card. It says trust. Okay. I'm going to leave you there. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you soon. Stay hydrated. Bye.